Yeah, I hit the end, but I didn't look for the next quest. I was like, oh, that's weird, okay.
I have not used this road before, but... Ah, I recognize this place. The House of the Fear should lie somewhere to the south. I will go on ahead and inform the sentries of our master's return. Oh, didn't realize there was another entrance. Here we are. Wonder if they all are gathered inside, waiting. Perhaps expecting a speech or some such. Well, no matter. I shall do what I shall have to do.
Brothers and sisters, pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Lord Hien. Gosetsu told us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe. Would that I'd been present to witness your victory, my lord.
Our victory, Yugiri, owed as much to each of my stalwart comrades as it did to me. Now rise. I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer. Alphino and Alizé Levieux, I presume. I'm told we owe you much. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
The pleasure is ours, Lord Hien. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
Hopefully. I understand you have brought an army.
Indeed. The Zayla tribes of the Azim Steppe have pledged their military might to the cause.
Good. We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy and a not insignificant number of your countrymen. The Blue Kojin, too, have expressed a willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
The shinobi will render what aid they can. However, Suino Sato refused to answer our call.
No matter. What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations. You have my thanks.
You should know that Xenos departed Doma not long after you left to find Lord Hien. We know not the reason why, but it would seem he was eager to return to Gir Abania.
What? Have you heard anything from the Resistance? There hasn't been another attack, has there?
Tataru assures me they are quite well. You need not worry. If anything, this turn of events would seem to be to our advantage.
But there the good news ends. Yotsuyu retains her position as acting viceroy, and we have reports that the garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive operation. We suspect that the Empire's attempt to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
But are we ready?
It will not be easy. That much I cannot deny.
So, for
Had we more
once,
time to
we
prepare,
chose a different thing.
mayhap it would be different. Do not forget, however, that we have been blessed with comrades brave and true, whom the Empire will have no appetite to face. If you doubt me, you need only look in the mirror. In this place, in this moment, I call upon you all. 25 years of oppression, of tyranny, of shame. It ends with us. We will prevail.
Once more, welcome back. It is good to see you again, Green. Ah, yes. There's another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alice and I have been hard at work attempting to restore the Aetheryte here to its former glory, and I am pleased to inform you that we succeeded. Suffice it to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with anima like you, at least. I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lys and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape.
What you crackling there, Kier?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. I've got those rice wrapper candies.
Ooh.
Alize and I, together with the shinobi,
I'm
will exploit
peeling
the
off the
ensuing
edges
chaos
and
to
eating them
infiltrate the
first,
moon gates
and then
and
popping
disable
the
the
whole thing in my
Magitech
mouth.
field generators.
I didn't realize that my microphone was
Once the
picking up.
barrier
I'm
is
sorry.
down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies.
No, you're fine.
They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies. The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphino's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
There is no shortage of tasks which must be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. That said, I have only just returned. So it would be better for you to speak with Alphino to find out how you might be of service. Trying to keep busy. Full glad am I to hear of it. There's one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alice and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on a knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I have been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, Green, and thank you again. Hey, Tataro's got a new outfit.
Yeah, I like her. I wish we could have normal kimonos.
Do we not?
We cannot.
Huh, that's unfortunate. Green, what are you doing here? I thought you were all fighting nomads in the XIV Steppe. Oh, you beat them. Good show. Shame I didn't get to see it. Alfina has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in a paperwork fight, I'm the true Khan. Yeah! You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment and it'll be right out. He's already treating Hancock like a gopher.
Yep.
It arrived not too long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't have come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon and the Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alfino to do the work himself. So as soon as the parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, is it the one you place on a shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have an address to the Sekisegumi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude that it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. Oops. What? Impossible! The porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us! I saw the writing with my own eyes! Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. My, she can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They too must be redirected to the rightful recipient. This should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was a middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kugane, I know. Cheery sort, wearing bright colors as I recall. I will send a few of my men to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you can track him down yourself? I will wait here on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. Good day to you, sir, but I have no time to chat. I've headed to the Boat Cairo, where it was the hostelry. Ah, no time, no time! Aye, I recognize that parcel, delivered to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? Eh? A mistake? For the Sekisegumi, you say? You're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I will take the other in exchange. But this parcel weighs no less than the other. It lacks the scent of lilac and is therefore much less likely to contain someone else's misdirected woo. I'm sorry, I couldn't find him. Guess we just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. That's it! That's the parcel! You found him! Though, knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it! These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alfino requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent Green back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. Look on Alfino's face when he reads the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Green. I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have broken an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments we provide, discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lolorito was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was. Indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alfino and Alice my regards, will you? Oh, seems like just yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Never want to take undue risk, it would seem Sid thought it best to send Alfino the massive manual detailing the operation of a Magitech field generator, to ensure that the boy was prepared for every eventuality. Or possibly to see if he would read the entire thing and simply give up and whack the generator with a wrench, which works 9 times out of 10 anyway. Excellent! This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, we should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. That is one less thing to worry about. Should you wish for further employment, perhaps you could speak with Alice. Are you photobombing the stream, Kier?
Am I?
You are.
Oh, I am. Sorry.
No, it's funny.
There's too much lag, so...
I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Alfino told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me. Well, far be it from me to refuse you. If truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest a purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field even as we speak, surveilling the targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let us begin our search in the north. I think I'm looking in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think so too.
All quiet, for now. Follow me to the next location. No Imperial patrols near our headquarters, then. Good. The last thing we need is a repeat of Rogger's Reach. Even so, it would be prudent to search a little longer. Not exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all, I can't just leave the carcass lying in the middle of the road. You've gotten stronger. Next to you, I feel like a child playing at swords and sorcery, though mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to a Mikot I met on my travels. He was a master of these techniques and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. But I could never warm to common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toll it took on me. Urianger's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up and try to recoup some lost time. We've heard rumors of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the Ribbons, to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, hello there, young man. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming, and this land caught our eye. You doubt my words? You suspect we have some other purpose in coming here? How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well, he desires his truth and he shall have it. Deal with him!
I saw them attack you while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. An Imperial, I presume?
I knew it would come to this. At the hands of a Westerner, a Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she.
Oh, I forgot about this.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Oh, sorry. I think you were at this point. You'll get it.
Oh, the echo?
Yeah.
Rest assured, the Naori will receive due compensation. Young Asai has great potential, that much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted the opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of Magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment, however, much less people of the provinces. You'll need to do more... Oh, of course! Have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I want only the best Imperial education for our boy. Finish planting the rice, Mother. Not while the officer is here, Yotsu. Inside, now! Yes, Mother. You did not mention that you had a daughter. My sister's not mine. Kami rest her soul. She's utterly hopeless, but one cannot choose one's family. Indeed. She's of age to receive an education as well, is she not? Yet we have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. No, of course not. But she's weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. Though, a thought occurs to me. Maybe we can come to an understanding. That was a near thing. What happened? You were talking and all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of those soldiers hit you on the head or something? Well, if you say so. We should go and tell the others what has happened here. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did, and for that I am grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. Though we disposed of the bodies, it is only a matter of time before their comrades note their absence. As if we needed any more reason to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. I tell you to rest and lead the rest of the others, but seeing as that isn't in your nature... Elise returned but a moment ago, looking a bit worried. It would seem that trouble is afoot in Namai. You may as well go and ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. You barely got enough armor as it is, huh? Oh, you're here to help? That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in Namai get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. You remember how I was supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Doman Liberation Front would be able to furnish up with some, but it seems that's not the case. I was about to go and tell Issei. Why don't you come too? Well, we could always loot the Imperial Stronghold. That's where we got ours from. We're level 68 and we've only been through like 3 duties in Stormblood.
Yeah, we just get a million XP for every quest, like main story quest, no matter how tiny it is. That shit adds up.
Yep. Oh, you're here too. I heard about these soldiers you and Alice encountered. Glad you're alright. Right then. Issei, we gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. With every tool in the village, but it's still not enough. Every tool with an edge, but it's still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare. Thank you, Chigusa. Ryosen could use a hand if there is nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. I made enough rice bowl.
Oh, I was gonna say, there's a player at the next location with the name Furious Rajong.
Oh no. Monster Hunter PTSD.
People keep saying that to me.
Ah, yeah, Kieran. Made enough rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yukiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl, of course you can. Hurry, you never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hien returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, Issei. Though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there are no substitute for proper protection. It's not as if we need full sets of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'd be slaughtered. The Doma Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. I suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it will take for him to send us supplies. Do you have an armor in the village or anyone with a skill to fashion armor? There is one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He's experienced and may be able to help. I don't know if I can persuade him to, though, but maybe you two could come with me. His name is Suranuki, and he lives in Kusakari, in the south. Come with me.
Who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? Ones who seek a rebellion? Of liberation? Ha! Surely they would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. Go and say what you will, but do not take offense if I die from laughter. Ah! Say again? Who would have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars? Mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry. Better to shield them from blade and bullet.
If only it was so simple, Master Suranuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured.
Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Magic tech, great cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shattered them to bits with my explosives, they will not fail you. For I made them to kill Imperials. Bring my steel and you will have your armor.
Well, it's not like we know any other armors who can help. Unless we get to blow things up.
You know, us, we're Omnicrafters, but no. Our shit's not good enough.
Apparently not.
You have many plates of the steel I demanded? Show me!
Armor plating. Scavenged from broken Magitech wrecks. This metal could be repurposed as armor for villagers.
And you are committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid fools! Doma is dead and so are her people. Lord Kyan, Lord Hien, all dead! Their blood is on our hands! was Lord Kyan who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Guardians came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppet. Restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such a shame he must have felt, but no matter. He would suffer it for his people. A life as slaves is better than none at all. He believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. "10 years of preparations, of machinations, so careful would we be, and yet, Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Kyan. Monzen, the Enclave, they were raised for all our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all!" "You're wrong, Master. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Kyan too lives on, in our hearts, and in his son, for Lord Hien has returned." "Lord Hien? Alive? It cannot be. You lie. You lie."
It's the truth. Lord Hien came back to Doma to help her fight for freedom.
Could it be? My Lord Hien yet lives? Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10, 100? How many do you need? All that and more you shall have.
Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Issa and I will stay and help Suranuki finish the armor, so you have no need to wait around. Want to go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask around and see what you can find.
Everything is in order, sir. Under Lord Gotetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Help? Oh, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place, and everything is fine.
I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Ian's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Zayla allies. Speaking of Lord Yen, if you are eager to be of service, maybe you could seek him out? Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside.
Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. Ha! To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth is, of course, is rather less dramatic. I'd hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You'll be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Let us depart from Monzen at once. Monzen was home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai, once. Great swaths were razed and people put to the sword. What little remains stands a testament to what was, and what will never be again. Come, I will take a closer look. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have a run of the place. I think this was once a bustling street so full of life. A river of people with a current all its own. But even then the Imperials walked among us, sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. But we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. We did what we had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither time nor the place for such dark musings, though they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood to the west of here, where there may be yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you head down that street, past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you are finished. Alas, I have found none of value. Did you? Found in the ruins of Monzen, this finely crafted blade shows little signs of use.
Still sheathed in its scabbard, though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to a son of a samurai I traded with when I was young. He never even had a chance to draw it. There she is. Doma Castle. My home. They let us keep her for a time before gradually moving their forces across the Fluminus. Now every court and corridor belongs to Yotsuyu. Though father spent much of his time here, I did not. I may only have visited them here on a half a dozen occasions, if that. Cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seemed much smaller from there, like you could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzen at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, onto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our people and our nations. I think a part of me understood that. When I looked out from the keep, Hien, son of Kaien, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with an even finer view. But in the end... In the end... Kami, strike me down. How can I be so blind? We must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I have had what only can be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved. And I know how.
I have to reset your portrait, though.
Yeah. On second thought, Green, I say you return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Alfino to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the coach and emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. Lord Hien wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well. If he insists, I shall summon the others at once. As for the coaching, I believe one of their emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain. And then we're gonna have to rescue the coaching emissary, aren't we? Oh no.
Probably.
Probably. Oh no, never mind.
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary?
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father, and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised stratagem, and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
No plan is perfect, and if there is ever room for improvement, I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you are unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moon Gates, not I. My place is at Lord Hien's side. If there's nothing else, I'll head back to Namai. Suranuki's working hard, and Issei's doing what he can do to help. But maybe there's more that I can do too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope.
The plan is set, and all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are paramount, for tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not on to battle with weary eyes or lingering regrets, my friend.
Sonoran informs me his sappers will be ready within the day, which means that we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you will play, I think it only prudent that you refrain from further labors and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? Far be it from me to refuse. We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend. Cutscene.
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won, and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Elfino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
I don't think they're gonna be well rested like that.
I'll see. Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Ha! Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know his thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, a defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan allowed at last to receive visitors called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said. For my dearest Shun, live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves. Yet you, all of you, saw fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no? If you've no intention of sleeping, Yugiri, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.